Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video, or this video, is going to be slightly different to the videos you guys are used to, because it's literally just face cam. And I just wanted to say thank you for 500 subscribers. I know we hit 500 a little while ago, and I mean, I was thinking even before I hit 500 subscribers, like, what can I do when I reach that milestone? Because, like, it doesn't necessarily matter to me personally, because I'm doing this as a hobby. I'm not doing it as a job, so I'm not aiming for milestones. But whenever a milestone is reached, something needs to be done. I need to address it somehow. I did think of doing an extra long stream. Like, I remember, I think it might have been 200 subscribers or something like that. I did a self-imposed challenge. I think it was Iron Patriot versus Winter Soldier in Realm of Legends on Marvel Contest of Champions. That was a fun stream. I can't remember how long that stream was. And then I don't know. I think the longest stream I've done is probably the first stream on the new MCOC account. I think, because that was what, 9 hours and 25 minutes, something like that. I think it must have been, yeah, like 9 hours 25 minutes. So that was the longest stream I've ever done. Which was fun whilst I was doing it, but bloody hell was I tired afterwards. Just purely because I'm not used to it. I feel like if I was to do more longer streams, then I would get used to it eventually, and I'd be able to do them more often. So yeah, I guess, I mean, thank you guys for 500 subscribers. Thanks to the guys that were there from the beginning. You know who you are, or you know who have been here for a while, and also thanks to the new subscribers and the people that have recently come in. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. I'm enjoying making the content and recording and sending it out to you guys and hearing you guys' feedback. And I do read the comments and stuff, so that's always quite fun. But it also is very much like a therapeutic thing in terms of, like, because it's a passion and it's a hobby. Whenever I get round to recording or doing a stream, it's never like necessarily a chore. My only, like, quote unquote issue is mainly with streaming. When it's just like, it's very much like the motivation to stream. Because when I start streaming, and this has completely gone off on a tangent, but I think it's important to mention. When I start streaming, I'm happy. You know, I can stream, I can take my mind off of other stuff, and I'm talking to you guys, and it's really fun. So yes, streaming is always quite fun. We always have a laugh and just kind of chill. And obviously there's reactions in real time. So there's not me like reading, like mentioning a comment from the previous stream in the next stream. It's literally me just responding to you in real time. So that's always fun. However, it's very much like the getting to that point, which is more difficult. And I also started to notice, this might be more relevant to the Genshin, the little like Genshin community that started that once was. Because I started streaming Genshin just because a lot of people in my Marvel Contest of Champions streams were suggesting that I play Genshin Impact, and originally I was like, I don't know, I don't really want to start any other games. Marvel Contest of Champions is my main game, my main thing for the channel, so I don't necessarily want to diverge from that. And then enough people started doing it, and then it got to the point where I was bored with Marvel Contest of Champions. And I think I just started streaming it again. I think it was like towards the end of the year. I can't remember what year it was. I think it must have been 2 years ago. Yeah, it must have been. So what was that? 2023? Damn. Towards the end of 2023, I started playing it a little bit, and then I think I started streaming it towards the end of December of 2023. And yeah, people started coming in with the into the Genshin streams and chatting, and I made a Discord, and it was quite active at first. I mean, it was active for quite a while. And we all became quite good friends there. We were constantly sharing like what was going on our accounts and just catching up on stuff that like happened daily. We would usually talk daily. We had voice chats, I think, as well. We had like group voice chats, which were quite fun. Yeah, there were some good moments in there, and yeah, that's kind of died down now. Mainly, I think because like I've stopped streaming it, so I don't know whether I'll return. I think I will return to it. I haven't got rid of it off of my PlayStation, but I've kind of lost interest in it for the moment, just because like there's the Archon quest to do, and so I started off when I was streaming Genshin. I started off on the EU account, and that's what I was playing with, and I was playing on the EU account with my friends, and then I was like, a lot of my subscribers are on NA on the NA account, so I was like, after a while of playing on the EU account, and I got as far as I kind of wanted to, and I kind of got a feel for the game. I thought I'd start again, and I'd do an NA account. So I did that, and that went well. The NA account ended up being better than the EU account, and then I just kind of ended up sticking with it because I was like, I think at the time I couldn't manage two accounts just because I was so busy with uni stuff, and I think I was moving at the time, like sorting out my accommodation for the next year and having to look for this place where I'm at now, which I'm gonna have to do all over again. But anyway, that's a completely different story. That's not related to this. But yeah, so I couldn't really manage two accounts, and my NA account was just better, so I ended up sticking with that one. Also, I was playing with some subscribers, and I did a collab on the NA account with Bunny. She's doing really well, actually. I think I think she's moved over to Twitch now. I don't know if that's permanent or whether that's like she wants to stream on both Twitch and YouTube. But I remember when we were doing the collabs, we were having fun, and then we were talking outside of it. And I was like, you're definitely going to get more subscribers than me by the end of this year, and you'll probably reach 500. And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, no, you trust me, you will reach 500, because the rate at which she was getting subscribers was crazy, and she was making content quite frequently. So, and then that proceeded to happen, which I'm really happy for her, actually, because she wanted to do. I think she wants to do like content creation as a job. So, yeah, that's really cool that I got to be a part of that. That was nice. But yeah, I mean, after that had happened, I was streaming for a bit, but then I would notice that I start to get a bit. I don't want to say bored, but I just started to get like lose interest in what I was doing about an hour into the streams. That wasn't really the case earlier on. I think just because I was constantly new stuff to do, and I was more interested in it because it was more of like a novel game to me, if that makes any sense. Like I'd only started it like in December, and I made the NA account like, I feel like it was quite shortly afterwards. I can't remember the exact date or the timings of this stuff, but and it's now got to the point where it's like I can play Genshin for a little bit and enjoy myself, but it gets to a certain point where I'm like, I've really got to get this Archon quest out of the way, because there's going to be new stuff that's coming out for Snation Iron and stuff like that is going to have new stuff in the Archon quest, new characters, new like a new region as well, and all of that stuff, which is, I mean, I've not even got past the Sumeru point in the Archon quest and the NA account, whereas like on the EU account I finished Fontaine, so I just kind of felt like, oh, I've done this already, I don't necessarily want to do this again, just because the Sumeru quest I felt was quite long and boring. The Fontaine one was actually decent, but that was quite long. So yeah, it just became a kind of like chore to then do the Archon quest, but I know I need to get it out of the way. eventually, so that I can actually move on and progress. And there's a lot of primos that can be obtained through the Archon quest and stuff like that. It's just getting myself motivated again to do that, just because that is, it just looks like an arduous task to like tackle. But if I ever get over that, then I'll probably stream Genshin again. I have the time now because I have finished my academic year. My third year at uni, but my second year of the course. So my next year is the last one, which is kind of crazy. But I'm off for the summer, so I should be streaming more and being more active, because I'm always more active around this time. It's also a lot easier. I realised this. I'm not going to get too deep into this, but I realised very recently that seasonal depression is very much a real thing. Not that I was like completely depressed and wouldn't do anything, but it was very much like over the winter you'd look outside and it's grey, and then you'd feel that inside. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just very difficult to have motivation to get up in the morning and go and do stuff. But obviously I would have to go to lectures and practicals and stuff in my course, but it would just, on the days where I didn't have lectures, it was very, very difficult for me to like, I don't know, just get up and do something, or be motivated to go and stream, or be motivated to make a video and stuff. Which is why the Jurassic World the Game stuff that I've been doing recently has been actually really helpful for me. And now it's sunny outside. I generally, I think the first day of like clear blue sky, sun, no clouds, like no rain whatsoever, and I opened the curtains, I genuinely smiled, because I was like, oh my god, finally the good weather's back. I can go and play tennis, I can, go for walks and stuff and not be depressed with the colour scheme of this country. Basically, and it was just more of a reason to go and enjoy yourself. But I don't know, spring brings with it a different energy, and so does summer. But I'm usually more active this time anyway. But when it comes to streaming, I'm usually like more inclined to stream more often, or do longer streams, or do more content and whatever. Because I mean, the using Genshin as an example, I think I started the NA account. It must have been like May 2023, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but maybe it was June. But it was definitely like spring, summertime. And yeah, I was streaming a lot more often then. More people were coming in, obviously, because I was streaming more often. And then we built a little community. We went on Discord, and we had all that stuff going on. And then I think it was pretty much by the time winter came, the Discord died down a bit. The one thing that did actually put me off the Discord was, I think someone joined, or a couple of people joined, that started like causing drama, but unnecessary drama. It's very much like unnecessary comments that can be quite hurtful to some people, and it's just people generally being ignorant of other people's feelings. And it's not like snowflake stuff. It's not me being like, oh my god, you hurt someone else's feelings and I must protect them from it. It was very much just like very hurtful comments, or very sort of passive aggressive, unnecessary, just little sly comments that just didn't need to be said. And then I had my mods deal with that, and if they couldn't deal with it, then I did. Because I think a couple of the members of the Discord were speaking to the mods that I had at the time, saying that, look, this guy or so and so were saying stuff to me. I didn't like it. Blah blah blah. I told them to stop, and they didn't. And that happened multiple times. So that kind of just started distancing me from the Discord, I feel. Because I used to check up daily and just like message and be like, how are you guys doing? I did that a lot less after that happened, just because I don't know, because I think we all stopped talking after that. After we banned or we kicked the people that were doing it, it was just awkward afterwards, and we kind of stopped talking. So it's kind of dead now. The Discord is still there, but it's slightly changed because I added sections for Marvel Contest of Champions and Bleach Rebirth of Souls, and Marvel Rivals, just because I play Marvel Rivals, but not on stream. So that's just a catch up on all of that stuff with the Genshin stuff. So I may return to it. I may return to it soon. However, I don't know. I when I stream it again, I'll have to see how I feel after like a while of streaming it. Like after I've done an hour, see if I still want to keep going or not. But yeah, I don't know. It's for now. It's kind of at a ceasefire, if I could put it that way. Just because, yeah, I've not touched the game at all. I could get my friend to do the Archon quest, but he's got his own stuff going on. And it's my game, basically. It's my account. Like, I'm not going to get someone else to do my account for me, especially if they've got their own. I mean, he's in his final year of uni, so that, like, you know, I can't really do that. It's not. It doesn't feel right. So I'm genuinely going to have to do it myself. But I mean, that does mean it's more content to share with you guys, right? And there's more stuff to stream, Genshin wise, and there's always new events anyway as well. So maybe when I start up again, I'll get back into it, and maybe the Discord will be revived somehow. I don't know. But I just wanted to address the Discord situation and the Genshin situation purely for the Genshin viewers, because they've not received any attention. And then with the Marvel Contest of Champions stuff, like I said with the streams, it's quite difficult for me to motivate myself to stream. It's not that I don't enjoy streaming, it's just getting things set up is just a pain. Sometimes it's like I can't connect my phone to my PC, or my laptop rather, so I have to literally reboot the laptop, and then sometimes that won't work, so I'd have to reboot my phone, and then sometimes that won't work, so then I'd have to reboot OBS, and then that won't work, so I'll try Streamlabs, and then Streamlabs doesn't work, and then by the time I get to that point, I'm usually just like, I'm not streaming today. I maybe do a video later, but that's it. So that becomes very much just like that doesn't happen every single time. Sometimes I just, you know, when you just wake up and you're like, I want to be productive, but like in my head, but my body just does not want to do it. But that can change later on in the day, but it rarely does. So I'm trying to change that, and that will change, because like I said, it is summer now. Well, no, it's spring now. It's close to summer, but it's better outside. So hopefully that reflects better towards me and how I view things. But yeah, so with the Marvel Contest of Champions stuff, I will try and stream that more often. However, I have mentioned this multiple times, but I guess this is quite a good moment just to, since I'm just sitting down talking to a camera. With the Marvel Contest of Champions stuff, it's very, very difficult to keep streaming that often, because not only is it repetitive, but I've got to like try and vary what content I do, like consecutively. So it's like I do the event quest. For me, I do event quest completion every first Wednesday of the month, because that's content day. That's when the new event quest and side quest comes out. I don't usually stream the side quests because they're quick and easy to do, and I do Battlegrounds off stream just because it does usually get to a point where I can't get any further in Battlegrounds, and so all that's happening is just I lose every single one, and I just stop playing and wait until Battlegrounds, you know, the rankings are shifted a bit, and, you know, better people with better rosters go higher, and then I can actually attempt it again. But even then, it's only like 2 or 3 matches, which is not going to be enough for a stream. So that's not like fulfilling content, if I could say that. And then there's incursions, which I remember I used to do incursions with subscribers. That was fun. That was ages ago. I think the first one I did any sort of subscriber interactive stream, if you could put it that way, with Incursions was with Zack Attack. I think his name was. That was. I want to say 3 years ago, maybe 4, maybe 4 years ago. I've been doing this a while, so yeah. So that was fun, and then that kind of stopped. I used to have Discord on stream, and then that kind of stopped because my laptop started giving out, and was like not able to handle. It was barely able to handle OBS on its own while streaming, and so I was like, well, I can't have Discord on and Spotify on, and I did want the music in the background. I did used to not have music in the background in the early days, and then I changed that because I was like, I don't know, it'd be nice to listen to music. I think I originally wanted to listen to my own music, and then obviously didn't understand copyright laws. And then I saw someone else get copyrighted, I think it was, or I got copyrighted for an intro I used to have that I had a friend at the time made for me. And then I was like, okay, well, I can't play my own music. Well, it's not my music, but it's music that I have on my Spotify. Which is a pain, but it is what it is. So I found non-copyright music and played that, and I enjoyed the music, and it adds some sort of like ambiance, I guess, when streaming. And when there's moments that I have nothing to say, it's not just crickets in the background. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've got that sort of sorted now because I've got the new laptop. And so I should be able to have Discord on again. So maybe we'll have some Discord / Marvel Contest of Champions streams again. That'll be fun, hopefully, and we can be more interactive with that. But yeah, as far as the MCLC content goes, like I can only do arena so much. Like the event quest, completion and exploration and power gauntlet. You can only do that once. Bear in mind, there's like on average 30 days a month, right? And event quest completion and event quest exploration take up 2 days, and battlegrounds might take up, we'll say, 4 days of content. So that's 6 days in total. And then I don't usually do incursions, but if I was to do incursions, I'd only probably do it once. So that's 7 days. So that's a week of content. After that, it's just arena. There is nothing else for me to do. I don't have the units to attempt any of the like endgame content in terms of Abyss of Legends, Labyrinth of Legends, Necropolis, and whatever the other thing was. I can't remember what the other thing was called. I just don't have the units for that. I don't have the money to buy the units for that. And so that's literally just gated off because I just genuinely can't attempt those. I could farm for revives, but I have other stuff going on in my life. Maybe if it was a full-time job, I would farm revives off stream or something, or maybe on stream and just and do that. But no, I don't have time for that, unfortunately. And even then, if that wasn't enough and I ran out of units, I wouldn't be able to buy more, so then that would just be disappointing. But I don't know, we'll have to see on that. But yeah, as far as the content goes, I've mentioned it before, and people have said, oh, I don't really care what content you do, it's just as long as you're making content, because then I get to watch you do content and do Marvel Contest of Champions streams and we can chat. But I very much like, in myself, I don't want to just make content for the sake of making it. I've got a sore throat at the moment, by the way, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, I don't want to make content for the sake of making it. I want to make content that I enjoy making. If I'm just constantly doing arena all the time, then it just becomes, not only does it become monotonous, but it's also like I'm just regurgitating content at this point. Like, I'm not even making content, I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. And it just, like, so I can do arena streams, If I pushed it really, I could do arena streams maybe once a week, but like I just feel like doing it multiple times a week is just a bit like a cop out sort of thing. But there's not really anything else for me to do in the game until proper new content comes out, like Act 9 stuff. So with Marvel Contest of Champions, yeah, it's just I'm struggling to find stuff to stream, just because of how it is. I mean, if I did have the units, I'd be doing the end game content myself. I'd be doing the Necropolis and Labyrinth of Legends and Abyss of Legends, and then I would probably also be doing crystal openings as well, so I could then do more content on new characters that come out each month, and be able to use them in in the next month's event quest, so I could actually get to show some gameplay for them, and that would be new content, right? So that would be more stuff to do. But that's an ideal world that isn't reality at the moment. So especially as a student, like there ain't no way. And then there's Jurassic World the game. We're finally back onto Jurassic World the game. I thought I'd play it again on a stream. I re-downloaded the game. I got my old account back and just streamed it because I was bored one day. I didn't want to stream Marvel Contest of Champions, but I wanted to stream something, but I didn't want to stream Marvel Contest of Champions. I didn't want to stream Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And I didn't want to stream anything, really. And then, anything else. Because a lot of people suggested that I get Brawl Stars, I think it is. And I saw him on one of my lectures, one of my friends was playing Brawl Stars. And he was like, yeah, I'd just basically devote all my time to it. That's just basically it. And he was like, yeah, it's a bit sad now because I'm like, I've got so many trophies, it's ridiculous. But Brawl Stars, I don't know, I just don't particularly. I did get it. I did play it for a little bit, and then I was like, this is not my type of game. I didn't really enjoy it because it just seems like another battle royale, and I play enough battle royale games. Like I play Overwatch 2 every night, or except for Thursday nights sometimes. But I play Overwatch 2 with my friends every night on PlayStation. We jump on a Discord call and we either have fun or get absolutely destroyed on Overwatch 2. They've moved over to PC, so I can't do comp with them, but I couldn't do comp with them before anyway because I'd been stuck in gold for the longest fucking time. And that's discouraged me from doing more comp. And anytime I did do comp, I just went lower in gold to the point where I actually got down to silver, and then I was like, yeah, let's not do this. But before that, I was in plat, so I don't necessarily know how that worked. I think I just had I had a genuinely a 11 or 12 loss streak, I think it was, at one point, and then I just didn't play the game for about 2 weeks after that because I was like, yeah, I need to take a break. This is wrong. There's something that's just fundamentally wrong with that, and it's not the case that I was carrying in every single lobby, but it was in most lobbies where I was like, okay, if I'm playing support, I have the most heals, and I've also got the most assists. And then if I'm playing tank, I've either got the most kills or I've got the most assists because I've enabled other people to get kills by pushing space, and pushing and creating space, words. I was a tank main, I was a Wrecking Ball main for ages, and then I since then pretty much become a support main, but I only really play 3, well, really 2. I play Lucio a lot because Lucio's really fun. I play Moira, and then on occasion I'll play Lifeweaver, but I just prefer Lucio because it's fun. But I still heal is the thing. And with Lucio, I would still have the most healing in the lobby. So it just got to the point where I was like, okay, well, it appears there's nothing I can do. And then Marvel Rivals came out, and I've played Marvel Rivals, so I play that occasionally. and that's fun. I started off as a Venom main. I'm now a Captain America main. Those are literally the only two characters I played, just because they're the most fun. I did play Squirrel Girl for a little bit, but I just prefer the dive tank format, basically, of playing those games. But other than those two, I don't particularly want to play any other games like them, just because, I don't know, I think Overwatch makes me rage to the point where it's like, I don't want to rage at any other Battle Royale games. And I really don't want to play a mobile. I think I played COD Mobile ages ago, which I didn't particularly enjoy. And so yeah, I just don't want to play any mobile shooter games really, in general. So yeah, that's why I'm not streaming Brawl Stars. So let's knock that on the head. But other than that, yeah, I just kind of got bored at that point. Going back to what I was saying, and yeah, I just decided to stream Jurassic World the game, and then I noticed that people were coming in and chatting to me about dinosaurs, and I was like, oh, yeah, I remember I used to like dinosaurs. Like, I used to absolutely love dinosaurs. I knew everything about them. Like, I wasn't so crazy that I'd go to school. This was like primary school. I wasn't so crazy that I'd go to school and then like only talk about dinosaurs to other people. But it was very much like I had a dinosaur encyclopedia. I had books about dinosaurs. I watched all the documentaries. I just knew everything about them. I don't know half the stuff I used to anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, every day when I come back from school, I would check the Gaming Beaver's YouTube channel, see if he's made another video, because I really enjoyed his Jurassic World the Game series. I think that was in secondary school. I would do that. I'd come back and check if he's made another video. And yeah, so that made life at home slightly easier, because it was just a little escapism, I guess. But it was also, I enjoyed dinosaurs, so I used to play the game as well, and that's why I already have an account on it, because I played that for a while. And then I thought, well, I wonder what it's like to start up again. Like, what is it like starting Jurassic World the game as a new player in 2025? So I did that. I made a new account, and then I was like, sod it, let's just make a video on a new account. It's just an idea that popped into my head. I did it, and I can't remember. I think the video might have got like 100, maybe. I think it got more than 100 views in like a day, which is very unusual for me. And then people started commenting on it and being like, "Oh, fun fact about dinosaurs," or saying that they enjoyed the video or something like that. And I was like, well, if people are enjoying the content, and I'm definitely enjoying starting the game again and getting back into dinosaurs and stuff, I'm just going to keep making content. And then I also use it as a routine sort of thing, daily. So if I make a video daily, I didn't this week, just because my week's been quite busy, it being the last week of terminal and last week of the year, so of the academic year rather. So yeah, that has been a busy week, so it hasn't been daily uploads, but it has just been, if anything, an excuse to get out of bed. Or, well, not necessarily. I could use Facecam. I mean, you can tell by me using Facecam now. I could use Facecam on the Jurassic World the Game videos, but if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, like, whenever I'm recording, most of the time, I'm just in bed, recording a video, like, in my pajamas or something, just because I'll be sitting there just chilling, and then I'm like, well, I think I should make a video today. I made a video yesterday. I'm going to make a video today, and I'm going to make a video tomorrow, and just make it like a commitment thing. My throat is dying, by the way. It's getting worse as this video goes on, so I'm going to have to wrap it up. But, yeah. It's just become a daily thing. You guys seem to be enjoying it. And, like I said, I do read the comments. And, yeah, I'm really glad you guys enjoy the content. and to all the people that are still here, not just in the video, but who have been here been here over the years and stuck with me. I appreciate you, and thanks for your support. And the new people that have come in, and that are coming in, I hope you guys enjoy the content. I hope you guys can tell that I enjoy making it. And like I say, 500, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 500 subscribers is not a big thing at all. But to me, like, I can't picture 500 people. It's genuinely, I cannot picture 500 people. So it's kind of crazy to me that I'm making content for more than 500 people, but 500 people being my little corner of YouTube, I guess. So yeah, I do appreciate it and appreciate the support. I did also want to say two more things before my throat literally stops working. Is I think the first thing was in terms of comparisons. That was the thing. So earlier on in my channel, when I was only doing Marvel Contest of Champions, new people that would come in would genuinely say, and I think this was just a running joke, but it's something I want to mention anyway, and I fully took it as a joke, by the way, but it's something I want to mention anyway as a serious thing, which is that they would come in and say, oh, it's you're like Seaton 2.0 or like the next Seaton. And obviously, if you don't know Marvel Contest of Champions, you probably won't know who Seaton is. But Seaton Man of Legends was like the streamer to watch at the time. British guy that streams Marvel Contest of Champions, makes videos on it, and just became extremely popular in the community and stuff. Went to all the Comic Cons where Marvel Contest of Champions was. I say it like it's a past thing. Marvel Contest of Champions still is at Comic Con, and Kabam have their own stand, and they do content creator challenges and stuff like that. So I was constantly not compared, but just people kept coming to me, and which was very flattering, obviously, saying you're Seaton 2.0, blah blah blah. But it's, and then the other thing is I'm not trying to copy other people. It's basically my what I'm saying, but I'm saying in a very roundabout way. So obviously I used to watch Seaton Man of Legends videos and streams a lot, just because we had the game in common. I played Marvel Contest of Champions every day and really enjoyed the game, and I was like, is there a streamer I can watch that plays the game and then I can get tips and stuff? Because he used to do tips and tricks videos or something. Well, not tips and tricks, but he would give tips to people on how to progress in a certain area of the game or a certain specific piece of content. Or when he did his free-to-play account and was doing Act 6, I think I was doing Act 6 at the time, so it was nice to see that you can use different champions and still actually do the content with less resources at your disposal. So that was fun. And so, yeah, I'm just a massive fan of Seaton Man of Legends, just because also, I very much I think I watched YouTube just to distract from life, basically, because I think that was over GCSEs and A-levels, and yeah, that was a very stressful time, but we won't get too deep into that, because that's not what this video is for. I have to keep reminding myself. So obviously the other streamer I watched a lot when I was younger was the Gaming Beaver. I loved the fact that he put so much energy into his videos, and would create characters for the dinosaurs and do the voices and stuff. It was very much just a form of escapism, just to watch his videos and pick up the positive energy he was giving out. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, I used to come back and home after school and check if there was a video, or if there wasn't, then I would re-watch another video, just because I was so fascinated with dinosaurs and Jurassic World and Jurassic Park and stuff like that. And so over the years, I guess those two specifically have like influenced me or inspired me to do content on YouTube, because I would watch them and then I would think other people enjoyed this as well, and then I'm like, well, I enjoy gaming, I like dinosaurs, I like Marvel, and if other people enjoy it as well, then perhaps enjoying it together, like as a not even as a community, just as like a unit, I guess, as a group, would make things, like, I don't know, more fun. Like just the and I did prove it to myself, because when I did my first arena stream, I genuinely enjoyed playing arena, just because there was people on the stream that I was talking to whilst I was doing it, and obviously arena was not my main focus at that point. My main focus was reading chat and keeping up with it, because having like I think I had 5 people or 10 people on that stream, and at that time that was very difficult to keep up with, because I was just like, I think I had like 50 viewers at the time that would pop in, but it would be in groups of like 2 or 5, at 5 being the max, and then I had 10 people at one point, and that was the arena stream, I think, and that was crazy at the time, because I was trying to keep up with the chat and respond to everything, and I had like 60 subscribers, maybe 50 subscribers at that point. Maybe it was less, I don't even remember. But yeah, it was just very much a form of escapism. All of it is a form of escapism, to be honest. And that's something I kind of wanted to provide for you guys as well. Not only is it like I enjoy making content, you guys hopefully enjoy the content, and so it gives you something to do, but it's also a form of escapism if they've got anything going on, and you just need to like zone out, then there's a video there, or there's a stream. Like, that's why all the streams are on demand, because you can obviously just go back and rewatch the stream or something, and have a laugh and all of that stuff. So I'm not, I just want to mention it, that like I don't intend to, because obviously I'm doing the same stuff. Like I'm playing Marvel Contest of Champions, like Secret Man of Legends is. I'm playing Jurassic World the game, like the Gaming Beaver does. However, I'm at least trying my very best not to just copy, or if there is anything that's similar, I'm trying not to be the same. I'm trying to be like do my own thing with my own spin on it. But like I don't know how to edit. I'm not an editor. I don't do any of that, which is why I streamed for the longest time. I just started doing Jurassic World the game videos, and all of those are unedited, except for when I press play and pause to like skip the ads in the video, because I don't think YouTube would appreciate me playing ads. But and also I don't think you guys want to watch the ads. So yeah, I'm very much just like conscious that I don't want to just be a copycat. I want to do my own stuff and make my own content, because then it seems like, I don't know, it would just feel wrong to copy other people. I want to be authentic, because I am me. So I want this to be my channel where I can be myself. So then people that come to the channel and enjoy the channel and subscribe and decide to stay or interact or whatever are interacting with me and not just a persona that I'm putting on. So yeah, that's very much why I do it. I guess it's a hobby, and yeah, I just wanted to make that clear, that I'm not trying to be other people or be anyone else. But that just stemmed from the joke. But I just thought I'd bring it up just in case people eventually or at any point at some point got that misconception that that's something I'm trying to do. If that was ever going to happen, it hasn't happened, and it probably won't happen, but it's just for me to say it and get it out there. But then the other thing I wanted to say, I'm trying to think now because I've lost track of it. I think the other thing I wanted to say is that, yeah, I mean, the content that I'm doing at the moment is very much stuff I enjoy doing. My throat is giving out, so I'm trying to wrap it up quicker. The content that I do is very much stuff that I enjoy doing, and the moment I don't enjoy doing something, I will stop it. Hence why Genshin Impact has stopped at the moment. And anything that I do play that I enjoy, I will most likely stream. There are some games like Bleach Rebirth of Souls. I am still playing Bleach Rebirth of Souls. I did a couple streams on it. I did a few streams on it. But then I decided to stop doing the streams on Bleach Rebirth of Souls just because I feel like it is the one game that I can just play off stream and just enjoy in my own spare time. Of course, if you guys wanted content on Bleach Rebirth of Souls, I can do that. But it's also like a case of I make content on MCOC and Jurassic World the game as, I guess, main sources of content on the channel. And so if I was to do any Bleach Rebirth of Souls streams, they wouldn't be like the main thing. They'd come up every now and again. They'd be a lot rarer than streaming the other games. But yeah, that was the final thing I wanted to say. If you guys have any interest in like different forms of content, or like any improvements, I guess, that I could make on content, let me know in the comment section below. It would be great to hear you guys' feedback. Also, let me know what you guys enjoy about the content, because I genuinely don't know. This isn't me trying to like have an ego trip. I'm genuinely like curious as to why you guys enjoy the content. I'm not going to change the content unless there's a valid point that is raised that I'm like, okay, yeah, that would probably improve the content. Editing would probably be one of them, but I don't have the time for editing, and I'm not an editor, and I don't have the money to pay an editor or hire an editor, so there's that. But yeah, just let me know what you guys enjoy about the content, because I don't know, I guess it's just nice to know that you guys enjoy the content that I make, and I enjoy the content that I make, and so if it would be interesting if we both enjoy it for the same reasons. Obviously some of the reasons will be different. I mean, I'm making the content, you guys are viewing the content, so that's a difference there. But yeah, it would just be great hearing you guys' feedback. And yeah, this has been a lot longer than I expected this video to be, but I guess there was more that I needed to say than I originally thought. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for 500 subscribers. It's still kind of crazy. I still can't picture it in my head. But I thought rather than making a short or just mentioning it in a stream, like off the top of my head, and just, you know, passing it up, I thought I'd actually dedicate some time to it and make sure that where everybody's caught up, like the people the newer streamers that have come, the newer subscribers that have come in, who may not understand why I only play certain games, or I don't play other games, or, you know, what my motivations are to keep making content. I guess whether that was a question or not in your minds, it's been answered. So there you go. I thought I'd just provide some context for that. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. So we're going to go back to normal content. This is just a one-off video, obviously, for 500 subscribers. So if you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, bye-bye.